Greetings, gamers. It's Brad with Arcade 816 here live. Is it live? It's always live. What are you talking about? Yeah, sorry. We're live at the Yetee Station in Aurora, Illinois for the Tuesday trade-in. And you know what that is. It's where we trade in the old games for the new old games in the Arcade 16 console and cabinets. And what's going on at Yetee Station? My pal Jason, who I didn't introduce.
I mean, I don't need an introduction.
You need no introduction.
No,
so I didn't introduce that.
Exactly. They know what it's about.
They know who he is.
I'm Jason. I am the general manager, tech guy, whatever, throw whatever title you want me at Yetee Station. I do everything around here.
Yeah.
Like you said, trading out 2 games on this beautiful Tuesday night. Exactly. For another unusual kind of like, what is our theme this time? Because every time we have a theme, and every time I feel like we go against it, or like, it's just skimming the edge of what that
It's barely a theme.
Yeah.
So I think this week we tried and we just kind of failed on the theme. So we just said it's
because we said so.
It's the theme of no theme. It's the theme of because we said so. And too bad.
Yeah.
So we've got the PlayStation, we've got the Game Boy, and we got the Sega Genesis. Last couple weeks, last few weeks, however long it's been.
Last week is still accurate.
That's true, it is. We don't do this every week because we want to give you guys a chance to come in and play some of these things, and I know not everybody can get out. So if we do it once a week, might not get a chance, so we leave them in a few weeks.
It's the Tuesday training, not the every Tuesday.
Not the every year. Well said. So we're going to go to PlayStation when we were running. Tell me what we were running last time.
We were running No One Can Stop Mr. Don.
I wonder why I can't remember that name. It's the strangest thing that I can't remember that name, but no one can stop Mr. Domino.
How do you put into words what that game is? It is both a action / strategy / quirky, funny. No one can stop Mr. Domino.
You can, no one can stop him. In fact, we couldn't stop him. He's gone. And we've got a new game in here called Harmful Heart. So, do you want me or do you want to tell?
I mean, you can start out.
Okay, so Harmful Heart, this is actually one that Jason told me about. I never knew about this game. It's a shmup. But what they call them, rather than a shoot 'em up, they call them shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
It's a cute game. So if you play games like Parodius, it's a lot like. What are some others like that?
I mean, you have all the what is the game I'm trying to think with the witch in it, flying on the broom. Why can't I remember?
Yes. There's people screaming at
you're
talking about this, moron.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of cute. Basically, you get the anime character.
Panorama
Cotton, yes. Cotton is a cute one.
Yes.
I mean, there's so many different
So
games that make glory. It's not like spaceships and you explode and you die. You're just like a cute anime character. There's usually food involved, or like visuals, lots of very colorful energy. It's not R-Type, where you're like flying into organs and stuff. I wouldn't call R-Type a shoot 'em up.
No, but R-Type is shoot 'em up. When I played them, they were called shooters.
Right, shooters.
And now they're 90s. When games were good. Now it's called.
I mean, this was from the 90s.
Well, that's right. That's what I'm saying. But 80s, 90s, they were called shooters.
Right.
But then shooter kind of became kind of like a Call of Duty thing.
Yeah, I guess so. First-person shooter.
First-person shooter. That's a shooter.
Yeah.
It's kind of better in a way because you have two different genres. Okay, back when I did it in the 80s and 90s, it was just a shooter. And a shooter was like Contra, where you were running and shooting. Or it was like Gradius, where you were in a spaceship shooting. So it could be confusing. But now Contra is a run and gun. And now Gradius or Harmful Heart would be a shoot 'em up or shmup, or in this case, a shoot 'em up.
Yeah, so we're getting multiple categories.
Yeah. So if you can follow all that, good for you.
So Harmful Heart.
Harmful Heart is it's okay. So it seems to be it takes place in an amusement park. But the amusement park has been turned evil, and all the rides and attractions are like going haywire, and they're out to get everybody. So the owner of the theme park asked his daughter, who of course is a cute anime girl, to hop on a spaceship and take care of it.
all the evil
Take care of it. Take care of it. And it's a very typical plot of a anime.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that seems about
perfectly normal within the world of anime. It wouldn't bat an eye at the theme to harmful park. Nope. But I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's actually.
Is that the Captain Eric?
You know what? You notice something. It seems to have
got a lot of references
anime
in it.
and video game references in it. They don't look exactly like, to avoid copyright.
No.
But yeah, it seems like it's references.
I saw the tree from Kirby, like the Wispy Woods
Yeah,
tree,
right.
Kirby in it. I mean, we saw the little spiky character from Mario. Is it just spiky? I don't know. Yeah.
You can tell us in the comments if you know the name, then we won't read it. But anyway, actually a really good looking game, right? A good sounding game?
Yeah, because this was originally a Japanese exclusive game, and literally 3-4 weeks ago, a team, I'm assuming it's this Hilltop right here, they released a patch, they put it on Twitter, they said, hey guys, we totally translated this game. That's when I got in contact with Ray, and I'm like, hey man, this is pretty cool, especially for, this arcade setting, like, easy to pick up and play and have fun with.
Yeah. So Japanese only game, I didn't know about it for whatever reason. It got past us. You didn't know about it either?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Just until I saw the patch, yeah.
So yeah, this patch came out to patch it into English. So we applied the patch and we put it in there and played it in English. Pretty wild. So you can read the story if you come in and it like tells you the story at the beginning. It's all in English. Voice is still in Japanese. We didn't go as far as to do a new dub. Thank goodness.
Right.
We didn't try and dub it. But Harmful Park. Cool game. Cool shooter. Sorry. I'm dating myself. It's a shmup. I'm sorry. A cute amount.
But yeah, come in, try it out. It's fun. Like we were literally playing it for a couple minutes. Got co-op on it.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
A lot of. I mean, it reminds me of Pro. There's like an upgrade system. You can throw like pies. There's like an ice cream shot, and then there's jelly beans as far as like your ammo and stuff. So I don't know. And like just looking at the background alone, there's just so much bright art to it. It kind of reminds me almost of like SNK, like that quality of detail background.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. That it's got like it's 2D.
Yes.
On PlayStation.
Right.
You
never saw that in America. I mean, Castlevania, sure, but that's like the one game that everybody goes back to play. And that still has 3D elements to it.
Yeah. So. This might too later on. I don't know.
Yeah.
But from when I played all the way through the first level, a little bit of the second level, and I was like, it's like a really just great pixel art 2D game. Great sound effects, big explosions, and it's wild, man.
Not too hard, not too easy.
Yeah. It didn't seem, it seemed like just right. Never died, but I'm super good at games.
Yeah, really.
So let's move on from the PlayStation cab and Harmful Park to the Game Boy cab. And if you've been following us the last couple of Tuesday trade-ins we've done, we've been doing a Konami TV Collection Volume 1 and 2. Now we're on to Volume 3. Doesn't fit into any theme we've got going on because this week we said that well, this is Twin Peaks. Oh, okay. Twin Peaks. So you've got a stop there.
Yeah.
The Going On is a platformer action game. And
So the one that is like a train.
so it's a puzzle game. Like each one of them seems to have a puzzle.
Right.
Okay. And excuse me, so I got a little bit of the 1-9. So Pop Twin Peaks, Going On. And then the next one is Yetee Guitar, which I'm going to assume is the sound effect that a train makes if you're a Japanese person. But and then Bikers. Bikers, okay, so in America that was released by Ultra, and it was called Motocross Mania.
Right, okay.
Which is basically like a version of Excitement.
But this one.
Yeah, Yetee Guitar, that's the train one, okay? So, Pop Twin Peaks Roman, and then like it's an Excite-Bike clone, and then this train one is a puzzle game. So you have all these pieces of track on the screen, and you have to
Is it like a pipe, like a water pipe?
there you go. Yeah, it's a lot like that. So you're arranging the tracks to get the train from its, where it starts to its destination. And if you don't arrange the tracks in the right way, it'll go off and crash and murder everybody, and that's bad.
Yeah,
You don't want to murder anybody on that. So yeah, it's a puzzle game. Similar to the block game on the Volume 1. Right, you had to arrange the blocks. This is just arranging train tracks. Same kind of puzzle element to it. So yeah, Konami GB Collection Volume 3. Two pretty classic titles going on. One of us maniacs may have gotten past people. I don't know. I just played it because my friend Daniel got it. It was one of the release titles when the game came out, so I got to play it. And I'm like, it's exciting. Might have been a link game.
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah, that's good to remember that. Yeah, I didn't know, but I'm pretty sure there is a link element to it. Yeah. So it's exciting, but it has loops and stuff, so that's kind of cool. And then you can power up to have like a jet. So basically, you can keep hitting boost and it'll fly. You just fly over the whole track if you power up enough. It's really wild. It's a cool game. So that's Konami GB Collection Volume 3 on the Game Boy 816 console cabinet here at Yetee Station in Aurora. Nobody is playing that game.
I don't think so.
Anywhere. At any arcade. It's only here. So come here to Aurora, Illinois. Quit messing around and get over here. And we still got one more cab to talk about, which is the Sega Genesis cabinet. And
beautiful artwork out there.
yeah, we're gonna get to that. So we're gonna run a game. I'm not gonna say what it is because we may run it later.
I think we should.
When we clean up snafu that happened. Okay, so I brought some games in. Two of them worked, the third one did not work, which is something that happened. Yeah, we've run into that before. We messed around with it, we resolved it. Hopefully we'll be able to do it at the next Tuesday training. But in the meantime, we switched over to Sega CD game called Time Gal, which is maybe people have heard of this one, maybe not. I personally never played it, but I am aware of it. Right. It's just one of those that was around with the Sega CD. It's like that Time Gal. I play that sometimes. Yeah. It reminded me of Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, and Road Blasters. Which is
basically
it's one of those video
things where you have to hit a button and then you turn a corner, you dodge someone, all that.
Yeah. So if you've played Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, any of those where it's like you're basically watching a video, and then depending on the action you make on the controller at the appointed time, if you do it right, it'll play the next video that shows you, succeeding in what you're supposed to do. If you fail, it shows a video of you dying. So you're just basically watching videos over and over, and you're determining which, there's like a pattern to it, and you kind of got to memorize the pattern. Yeah. If you can. I'm not that good, so I just follow the directions on the screen because I can't memorize it. It seems to be very much in an anime style, and it seems to have kind of a comedy element to it.
Of course, yeah. I mean, for Dragon's Lair, I mean, it's, there's a lot of funny parts. Right. Like every time you die, you gotta laugh.
So I think it's pretty cool. But okay, so whenever I bring these games in, I always put up these covers. I put up the cover of the game, and you can maybe see it here in the camera, I don't know, but I always put up the cover so that when people come walking up to the cabinet, they kind of know what game is going on in there. But since we had to switch games kind of on the fly, I had no cover for it. So we had our friend Kevin here, who is a fantastic artist. In like 30 seconds, would you grab that down so that the people can see it? We are so fortunate that he was here. We were running Sonic CD, and we just flipped it over and he made a cover right on the back. I hope you can see that. He just made, and this is the legit cover that's on the game. He referenced the real cover, and then he did this in like 30 seconds, and I was like, I
was like, please don't spend time on this. I know you're a paid artist. I don't want to undermine you. Can you do this in like 30 seconds? It doesn't mean
it's incredible that we know such talented people. We're surrounded by talent. It's awesome. And I am more than happy to never bring in the real cover and leave this in color the entire time. Thank you for putting that back up there. And so that's Time Gal for Sega CD. Running into Sega Genesis arcade console cab. I don't know. I'm going to say with pretty high level of confidence that nobody's running Time Gal in their arcade. So to recap, we got Purple Park on PlayStation, Konami GB Collection Volume 3 and Time Gal with an excellent cover done by our pal Kevin. Thank you so much for doing that, buddy. And what else do we have going on at the Yetee Station?
Honestly, we're just still kind of like, I mean, we've added little things here and there. We've been doing like a couple of just like sprucing up. There's some more artwork hanging now. We changed our door. I know that's not super exciting to people, but we had this really old, like, from the 1890s door that would make a as soon as you opened it. We got a nice new door up
Well,
there.
when you say that, I think like a double door on the saloon.
I wish it was, but I wouldn't have gotten rid of it. That would have been amazing.
With like an old-timey piano.
No, this is like a glass door that weighed like 200 pounds, let all this cold air in. It looks nice and new, and we're finally going to put up our chime system at some point. Because we have a jingle for the arcade that was made by one of the people at the Yetee. Like, composed the song and everything. It's supposed to mimic kind of the jingles you would hear at a train station in Japan. It's really cool.
So every time the door opens,
it's going to make that thing. So we'll hate it in like 3 seconds, you know what I mean? But as soon as we get that up and go, we're going to put that up on the door. So yeah.
How does it go? Are we allowed to know?
I mean, there's no like lyrics to it. It's just like a little sequence of events. I mean, if you've ever caught the Yetee Station podcast, that's the jingle you hear at the beginning of the Yetee Station podcast. So, well, that could lead me to my next thing, is that we have been trying to get to a more usual podcast, and maybe some people will be on the podcast soon. But yeah, kind of getting the word out a little bit more, trying to advertise, trying to let people know we exist. It's coming closer to summer now. There's going to be a lot of kids coming by, and we're just kind of like, keeping on top of things. Like, we don't want to be too comfortable. Adding games in, moving games. I mean, there's still a lot of pinball that we want to put in here. That close to finishing our Fix It Felix, which I know, I swear it sounds like I've been talking for like 3 months now. It's like that close. And we have this really cool, I guess I'm going to spoil it here. We have this really cool 90s photo booth sold to us by Jeremy Fox. I literally had it in his storage unit for the last like 15 years, and he's like, yeah, it's brand new, and I'm like, yeah, okay, dude, whatever. And but when I got it, and I started to get into it, it is brand new. It is a brand new arcade machine from 1997. The only issue I'm having with it right now is I'm trying to source paper and ink, and it's kind of hard and something kind of old, but
so that's the photo booth cabinet.
It's a Sega Print Club 2, and it looks like a candy cabinet. It looks like what you would have seen back in the day, like that very Japanese. It's got a sound with joystick on it. It's insane. It's cool. But yeah, trying to get that done. Gonna probably put it in here because we're thinking about expanding to next door. So when that happens, we're gonna throw a couple more games in there and have a couple more surprises. So yeah, I mean, we got like a million things going on at once. It's just as soon as we can get some of these out, we're gonna post them on Facebook, let everybody know. Like we're not like super keen to keeping secrets. Just like, hey man, we got this in the works. Yeah, like. Come on down, check it out, come back a month later, and I'm sure you'll find something new here. So, awesome.
So you got all that.
Yes.
The Yetee podcast, the Yetee Station podcast.
Yep.
How do they find it?
Yetee Station podcast, actually, I don't know if Mike has put it on like Apple or anything like that yet, but I know for a fact it's on our YouTube channel. Okay, go on our YouTube channel.
So it's a video podcast.
It's a video podcast. Well, it wasn't at first, but we're turning that more into a video podcast. And we're trying to do that a little bit more regularly and, just kind of sit down and talk about the arcade video games, pinball, just kind of whatever. We ran on these, we'll ran on that. It'll just be,
Yeah,
us ranting.
I have been not only part of podcasts, but I've done podcasts, and that's really, I don't think I've ever gone under 3 hours. I don't think it's ever happened.
I don't think we're going to do 3 hours. I think we're going to have hard stop at like 45 minutes every time. Like,
Everybody
put down your thing, shut up, like we're done. 45 minutes, we're done.
I don't know if that's going to work for me.
Oh, it'll work.
I
I mean, we'll just have to get it.
Because I'll just keep talking, and you'll have to drag my chair out of the room. Yeah, it's just not going to work, because that's all I do is talk. So that's it. That's Yetee Station. Got some new stuff going on.
11 North Broadway, downtown Aurora, Illinois. come check us out. I mean, we're here Thursday through Sunday. We're running these beautiful Arcade 86 cabinets, and we got probably about 60-ish other cabinets. And our thing is, we're all killing, we'll fill it.
Right. Exactly. Many different genres, many different eras of video games. It's a good mix. Pinball, a lot of pinball for the amount of space in here. There's no reason for you to have not been here yet. It's ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, if you live in France and you haven't been here, what's the problem?
Yeah, what is that? Get a plane and get to Aurora, Illinois. It's as simple as that. You see all this and these, and it's a shame the camera's on this, but there's so much more here. Tune into the podcast, check it all out, and that's all I got.
That's all I got too. I mean, we could probably turn this into a podcast.
Right. Yeah, we'll end it here. And I'm going to say good night, everybody. And I'm Brad with Arcade 16.
I'm Jason with Yetee Station.
Catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in.